I'm wearing this jacket, this little jacket on backwards because I need to be able to not, because the only thing I have that I don't have to lift over my head later. Anyway, I'm sorry for the sound. The room is empty. I'm gonna get ready for my wedding. I don't do makeup at all. I don't own any makeup. A good friend let me borrow hers for this because I actually have none. I have a mirror down here. So she just gave me a bunch of her stuff. I'm not gonna talk you through what I'm using because I have no idea of it. The audio for this video was an absolute disaster. There was no way I could keep it in with that echo. And because this was the day I was getting married, there was so much background noise. People kept walking up and down the stairs. And frankly speaking, anything I said in the video made absolutely no sense. I was all over the place. I was nervous. I kept repeating myself. Half the time, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I decided that a voiceover was the only way to go. Like I mentioned, have absolutely no clue about makeup. Anything that I used in this was given to me by a very good friend. So thank you so much for letting me borrow it. I struggle to apply it, as you can see, because prior to this, I have never... Oh, flash. I have never used makeup. The only thing I ever use is mascara, and that too very occasionally. I tried to do it with a brush here, struggling. My friend told me how to do a cut crease, but it didn't work out. I honestly just wanted a little bit of shimmer on my eyes. I left the room here because I already felt like there was too much on there because I'm so used to wearing no makeup. Anything that's on there just felt very unnatural, and so I went and washed half of it off again. Here we have another attempt of me trying to do whatever blending that I was trying to do, but at the end of it I realized the brush was too high. My level of skills was just too low for a brush, so I ended up doing most of this with my fingers. There. Yeah. Anybody who does this professionally, where they film themselves and talk about a specific subject, I have the utmost respect for you. Because earlier on this day, I was making my wedding cake, and prior to any of this happening, I thought, I'll film myself doing all the things I'm doing on my wedding, and it'll be fun, and I can chit chat, and it'll be relaxing, easy peasy. It is not at all. Speaking to a camera, absolutely ridiculous. It felt so out of place. It felt so unnatural. I kept forgetting what I was trying to say. And I was probably also just nervous seeing that I was getting married. So respect to anybody who does this. I mean, geez, it's really not as easy as it looks. I don't know what I was doing here. Just struggling my way through it. I had mentioned earlier, while filming, something that I talked about was the fact that I was recording all of this so that I had it as a memory, but also so that maybe some of my friends could in the future watch parts of my wedding day. Because none of my friends were at my wedding. I grew up very internationally, which means all my friends are spread all over the globe. And it would have been absolutely impossible to have everyone there who I would have wanted. So we decided, instead of having a couple of people there and having others not be there, we just only keep it to close family who was around town during the time we got married. And so my wedding was lovely. but it was also not a huge celebration, which, I mean, looking back on it, I really was sad not to have any of them there. It was still pretty though. Most important people were there, our parents and my husband, and a couple of family members. But yeah, so that's something that I talked about in this video. Here we see me struggling with eyelashes. Now, 2 days before I filmed this video, we got married legally in court. And for that celebration, we literally only had our witnesses, who were our parents, and a very dear family friend who's the one who wed us. She was the one who led the ceremony. And that was the first day I have ever used fake eyelashes. And putting them on didn't feel very difficult, but I wasn't filming. And here, I just struggled so much to get them to stick. They wouldn't stick, and I kept going in with my fingers, and then they came off, and I was getting annoyed and frustrated. And I kept thinking about how I wish I would have had a couple of friends there, my best girlfriends in the room with me, helping me. And yeah, but the struggle was real, guys. The struggle was real. We decided to do our entire wedding DIY style, so cake, makeup, all that stuff, but also the decorations of it. It was a garden wedding. It was raining that day, which was not the best. It did clear up for a while, so that was nice. But it was a lot of work, even though it was a small ceremony. It still took a lot of work the days leading up to it. And I didn't really get to enjoy it the same way that you would if you just showed up at a did venue that is prepared and someone else is taking care of all the things that need doing. Of course, it was not as expensive and you could save a lot of money. And if you're somebody who enjoys preparing and DIYing things, then there are definitely a lot of things that you can do to save money and also just hype yourself up for the event. It's a different kind of satisfaction if you see all the things that you've made come to life. And I don't know, it was, for me, it worked this way. If I were to do it again, which I don't plan on doing again, I probably would do certain things differently. But overall, it was amazing. The day of court, the official day we got married was amazing. We just packed our stuff together, went there, and had a lovely dinner after. So that was absolutely relaxing and just wonderful. My computer is making noise as I'm filming this voiceover, and you're gonna be able to hear that later, which is really irritating, but I can't do anything about it. Anyway, in the next clip, I'll leave the audio in or not, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be doing my hair. So I was struggling to figure out if I wanted my hair to be down or up, and so this is just a clip of me deciding on what to do with my hair. Normally, my hair is up, and anytime I leave it down, within a couple of minutes, I feel like getting rid of it because it gets hot and it gets in the way. So most of the time I keep my hair up, which is why I in the end decided to keep it up on my wedding too, because that's just how I feel the most comfortable and I wanted to feel like myself. So I ended up putting it up. There's a beautiful sweat stain there under my right arm. So I always only sweat on my right side, or more than on the left anyway. I don't know if that's normal. Does that happen to anyone? But for me, my right side. Did I say left? My right side is a struggle with sweat stains. Anything that's not black will stain, and I will sweat there. If I'm wearing a backpack, I will sweat there. It's just not the best, but also natural. So we're just gonna go with it. Anyway, here we can see that I decided to keep my hair that way. That's it. I'm ready. Now I just need to put on my dress. And then it can begin. Look at my eyes. And here we have me done and finished. Hair up, dress on, makeup. I mean, kind of done. A little bit of something, something. I don't know. I felt pretty and happy with it. Ah, gosh. Here we have an annoyed face because my mother was supposed to come in and I was waiting for her and I just don't have the nerves. You know, nerves and things. Anyway, here we have my beautiful darling of a mother. And this is what I looked like on my wedding day. And that's what my mom looked like. I felt gorgeous. I felt happy. I felt good. And I was excited to once again say yes to the man of my dreams. So I hope you enjoyed this very random, uninformative, ridiculous video. And if not, then I'm really sorry. I hope you're doing good, taking care of yourselves. I was lucky to get married in 2019, and I've enjoyed looking back on the footage now that we're in a very difficult time. I hope everyone is safe and healthy. I send you all my love and good wishes. Bye bye.